While I was nearly torn to shreds by a stray dog, my girlfriend was shopping at a fancy boutique with her male coworker. She saw me, the blood and everything. But the worst part? She lifted no damn finger to help. My own girlfriend just leaned in close to that guy and whispered something while shooting me. This looked like I disgusted her? Nah, no way a cute dog like that would bite him. But he's just pulling that stunt to get my attention. Come on, don't bother with him. Later that night, I found a half-used box of condoms by our own bed. Cheese-flavored. The one scent I can't stand. Right then, something inside me just snapped. Calm as I could be, I just picked up my phone and shot a text to an old friend. Hey, I'm interested in that project. Let's discuss it when you're free. The second I hit send, my phone started ringing. Dude, that's awesome. I swear, with you on board, our company will definitely go public in no time. Believe me, it's been so tough without you these past years. We exchanged a few words for a moment, and I hung up just as Meredith staggered through the door. Her breath smelled of booze. Her cheeks flushed, and there was pleasure in her eyes and at the corners of her lips. The funny thing is, back when we first met, she wouldn't even touch a drink. I remember those candlelit dinners on our anniversaries. Romantic, except she just waved the wine, saying she was allergic and leaving me to drink alone. But ever since Devin joined the company, Meredith came home drunk more often than not. Randall still up? Heat me a glass of milk. She slurred. She didn't even look up from her phone. Just bossed me around like usual. Didn't take a genius to guess that she was chatting with Devin. He's this genius programmer she just hired. Came in and solved two big tech trouble for the company right away. And on top of that, he's got that gentle personality and good looks. No wonder my girlfriend was pretty much glued to his side. The milk got expired. I said it casually, without even looking first. She scrunched up her face, pouted like a little girl, kicked off her heels, and flopped down on the couch in a huff. Jeez, there you go again. Randall, seriously, what's the matter if I hang out with my employees? For Pete's sake, you gotta stop being passive-aggressive every fucking time. Listen, Devin's a valuable asset, okay? And I'm his boss, remember? Of course, I gotta pay attention to him. You think I enjoy going out all the time? Come on, I'm just doing it for us. Oh, by the way, you study computer science too, right? If you had even half of Devin's skills, I wouldn't have to spend my days faking smiles with him, you know? She lay back on the couch, her eyes half closed as she kept mumbling in a daze. She seemed to have forgotten that I graduated at the top of my class, that my graduation project was what helped her start that tech company, and that I made it become the top in the industry. I literally gave up my career for years to support her, and now how come I'm just some useless guy in her eyes? But I didn't argue. I just quietly walked into the study and started sorting through my files for the work handover. She must have waited for a while and eventually noticed that I wasn't coming to run her a bath. So she got up, reluctantly, stumbled over, and leaned against me. The smell of smoke on her was so strong that I held my breath and turned away. She smelled like Devin's favorite brand of cigarettes. Come on, honey, don't be like this. Can we just wash up and go to bed? I'll even wear that little dress you like. Her tone was a little too sweet, and I knew that too well. It was the kind she only used when she felt guilty. And of course, she forgot I was bitten by a damn dog this morning. The bite was still stinging, and I was not even supposed to get it wet. It was like a freaking hellhound. That thing straight up sunk its teeth deep into my leg and wouldn't let go. My blood was literally pouring on that street. The doc had to give me a rabies shot and told me I'd lost some motor function in my leg, meaning I was screwed. I couldn't do anything physically intense anymore, not even sports. After treating my injury, the doctor shook his head, saying, "I'm so sorry. If you'd gotten here half an hour earlier, we could have saved the nerves." Probably. Seeing I wasn't in the mood, Meredith dropped her pride for once. She grabbed my hand and guided it to her chest, but I jerked my hand away and she looked humiliated. Just as she was about to lose her cool, her phone lit up as a song played. It's that damn Love of My Life, a special ringtone for Devin. I'd already told Meredith how much it bothered me, but she just brushed me off, calling me narrow-minded. What was I supposed to do other than let it slide or try to still? Every time that damn ringtone played, it scraped at me like someone dragging nails across a chalkboard. Just like that, a smile plastered on Meredith's face, and she just shoved me aside and glided back to the bedroom. A little while later, I checked the company's group chat and found that Devin had sent a message a minute ago. Guess you knocked out before I could get my good night from you. President Weber. That bastard even threw in a bunch of cringy, colorful hearts and shy emojis that made me flinch. Then came a screenshot. My girlfriend, asleep on a video call with a picture of Devin grinning. Proof of her cheating on me was right on my face, and I felt like I'd been kicked in the stomach. To make matters worse, our idiot co-workers jumped in. The group chat quickly blew up with replies like, "Ah, what a perfect couple. The president and her right-hand man, inseparable. Devin, what did you do to the boss? She hasn't stopped smiling lately." Each notification hit me like a punch in the gut. They were laughing at me, celebrating the betrayal right in front of me. The most infuriating part wasn't just that my girlfriend was cozying up with another man. It was how they were treating me like a joke, like I didn't matter at all. I slammed my phone down on the table, feeling my blood boil. A part of me wanted to confront her, to scream and demand answers. But deep inside, I knew there was no point. Meredith didn't care. I was nothing more than a convenience to her, a stepping stone she could trample on while climbing higher in her career. And now that she had Devin, I was just an afterthought. A strange calm washed over me. This wasn't defeat, it was clarity. I knew exactly what I had to do. No more arguing. No more begging. She didn't deserve my energy anymore. I walked into the office, grabbed my suitcase, and packed everything that mattered to me. As I looked around the apartment, the place that once felt like our sanctuary now seemed like a hollow shell. Meredith wouldn't notice I was gone until it was too late, and that was exactly how I wanted it. No goodbyes, no last words, just silence. I left the apartment quietly, slipping into the night like a ghost. The cold air hit me, but it felt refreshing, like I was breathing freely for the first time in years. I checked into a cheap hotel and lay on the stiff bed, staring at the ceiling. Despite the uncomfortable surroundings, I felt a sense of relief. I was free. In the following weeks, I threw myself into work. The new project with my old friend reignited something in me, a passion I thought had died. Every meeting, every success felt like a small victory. Investors started to notice us, and soon, we were making headlines. Then came the night our company was officially announced to the public. Just as I sat down to celebrate, my phone buzzed. It was Meredith. I hesitated but decided to answer, curious about what she had to say. "You really left?" she whispered, her voice trembling with disbelief. "I did," I replied, calm and detached. She took a shaky breath, as if struggling to find the right words. "Devin left me, said he didn't want anything serious. You were right about him." I felt a small, bitter smile tug at the corner of my mouth. The irony was almost poetic. She threw me away for a man who never intended to stay. "I'm sorry to hear that," I said, my tone flat, giving her nothing to hold on to. "Please, come back. We could try again. I've changed, Randall. I swear." Her voice cracked, revealing the desperation she was trying so hard to hide. For a moment, I stayed silent. Maybe some other man would have considered giving her a second chance. Maybe someone still in love would have forgiven her. But not me. Not anymore. I've moved on, Meredith. You should too. And with that, I hung up. But just as I placed the phone on the table and started to unwind, a new message popped up on the screen. It was from an unknown number, but I didn't need to guess who it was. "You really think this is over, Randalls?" It was Devin. Of course, he couldn't let it end so easily. He seemed determined to play his games, to drag me back into the mess he helped create. A wave of anger surged through me, but I kept it in check. I wasn't going to fall for his provocations. Still, something told me Devin wasn't the type to just walk away. He was competitive, ambitious, and now that I had something he wanted, success, recognition, and freedom, he wouldn't back down easily. I leaned back, thinking things through. If there was one thing I'd learned from these past few months, it was that I needed to stay ahead of people like him. Devin wasn't just a rival. He was a threat. And the only way to deal with people like him was to beat them at their own game. I opened my laptop and started drafting a plan. If Devin wanted a war, I'd give him one. But this time, I wouldn't play fair. There would be no mercy, no loose ends. As I worked, A dark thought crossed my mind. Meredith wasn't entirely out of the picture yet. Not while Devin was still involved. I knew she'd try to weasel her way back into my life, either out of regret or spite. And Devin, he was far from finished. He wasn't the kind of man to leave quietly. This wasn't the end of the story, just the beginning. And this time I was in control. The days after Devin's message were eerily quiet, but I knew it was only the calm before the storm. Men like him don't just disappear. They wait in the shadows, ready to strike at the right moment. But I wasn't the same man he thought he could play with. If he wanted war, he was going to get it. This time, I wouldn't just win. I'd crush him completely. My first move was solidifying my contacts. I spent the following weeks meeting with investors and closing strategic deals. Every agreement I signed was another step toward making my new company untouchable. I knew that the stronger we became, the less breathing room Devin would have. And success came fast. In just a few months, we were leading the industry. News outlets praised my comeback, and old colleagues who once ignored me now wanted to reconnect. But I didn't need them anymore. I never did. Then Devin made his first move. He tried sabotaging one of our major contracts, spreading rumors about fraud in my company. But I was already ahead of him. I had everything documented and airtight. The investors didn't fall for his tricks, and the deal went through without a hitch. Meredith, too, tried crawling back. At first, it was subtle. Hey, just checking in. How are you? Then came the apologies. Randall, I'm so sorry. I was a different person back then. Please, can we talk? I deleted every message without responding. Every time she reached out, it only strengthened my resolve. Forgiveness was off the table. Moving forward without looking back was my only option. Then came the meeting that changed everything. A group of influential shareholders, ones Devin had been courting, reached out to me. They knew about his sabotage attempts and chose to align with me instead. We signed a contract that not only solidified our dominance, but left Devin's company teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. A week later, the news broke. Devin's company was in financial freefall. Investors were jumping ship, and employees were abandoning him. His empire crumbled in days, and I knew it wouldn't be long before he came to me. Sure enough, Devin showed up at my new headquarters. He looked exhausted, his cocky demeanor replaced by desperation. He asked to meet with me, claiming he just wanted to talk. I made him wait. For hours. When I finally stepped into the room, he was slouched on the couch, looking defeated. I sat down across from him, expressionless. Looks like the tide's turned, hasn't it, Devins? I said, my voice cold. He forced a weak laugh, but it sounded more like a cough. Come on, Randall. It doesn't have to be like this. We could work together. I know I screwed up, but you know how it is, business is business, right? I leaned back, pretending to consider it. No, Devin. Business is trust. And you broke it. I stood up, adjusting my watch, and with a calm, measured voice, delivered the final blow. There's no place for you here. Not in my life. Not in my world. Good luck somewhere else. Devin tried to say something, but I was already walking away. Security escorted him out, and that was the last time I saw him. Meredith was next. I heard through mutual acquaintances that she tried regaining control of her company, but her reputation was too damaged. With no allies or credibility, she was forced to sell the business for a fraction of its worth. That's when she came to me one last time. She showed up at my office, disheveled and desperate. Please, Randall, give me a chance. I know I made mistakes, but we can start over. I've changed. Tears streamed down her face, but they no longer moved me. I looked at her for a moment, reflecting on all the times I had fallen for her lies. But not this time. I'm sorry, Meredith. There's nothing left for you here. You made your choice, and I've made mine. Without another word, I turned my back on her, leaving the security team to escort her out of my life for good. With Devin and Meredith behind me, my life fell perfectly into place. My company thrived, growing beyond my wildest expectations. I hadn't just won against them. I had triumphed over the shadows they cast over my life. As success solidified, I began giving talks and mentoring others about resilience and starting over. My name became synonymous with triumph in the industry, and the project that once began as an escape from pain evolved into something far greater than I ever imagined. On quiet nights, I allowed myself to reflect, not with regret, but with gratitude. Every betrayal, every fall, and every moment of humiliation had led me here. And now, I wouldn't change a thing. The final piece of the puzzle was rediscovering my worth. Not in another person, not in a relationship, but in myself. The true comeback wasn't just about success or revenge. It was about finding peace. And that was the real victory, being free,